21 Formula V's showed up here this weekend in Indianapolis for Group 1B, and even with nasty track conditions and threatening skies, 21 Formula V's Ben Sissel have rolled out onto the pit lane, ready to fight it out here today.
And, you know, I have to give it up for my Formula V friends and fans. It's just like they always know how to put on a good show. Just a few years ago for their celebration, they went to pit race and were in conditions a little bit worse than this, but put on one of the best shows I've ever seen. So we should see some fantastic racing here throughout this field. We've got a couple different classes of Formula V. And we go from the newer modern all the way back to some of the very first Formula Vs, and that's the number 70 there of Jerry Bicey in a Kellison Formula V. Hunter Barron, one of our fastest Formula V drivers, is out there in the Mysterian M2, as is Simon Hughes, and we've seen them go at it back and forth all year, but they're in different cars in a Womer EV3. So they're in the more modern cars. Pierce Crone in a Lynx Formula V. Burke Nash in a FV3 Mysterian M2 is starting in fourth. Elliot O'Barron is fifth in the Lynx B. Donald Rajessingham is in a Lynx Formula V in sixth. Eric Kopic in a Lynx B. Jason Perner in a Caldwell D13, Doug Obermeyer in a Lynx B, Stephen Murphy in a Bobsey Vanguard, Elliot J. Barron in his Winneo Wedge FV, Michael Leto in a Lynx B, Laura Romney in an Autodynamics Mark V, Robert Phillips in a Lynx B, Edward Jones in a Form Car FV, Jerry Bicey in a Kellison FV, John Todd in a Lynx B, Mark Lobel, Joanna Nash in a Zink Z4, Amelia Phillips in an Autodynamics MK4, and then Madeline Phillips in a Zink C4. So we've got a father and two daughters out there and a father and two sons out there this Father's Day weekend.
What a fantastic way to spend Father's Day weekend, huh?
Yeah. Can't get much better than that. Looks like the lights are out. So, ladies and gentlemen, there's going to be some crazy racing happening throughout this field, and the dry lines are gone, Ralph.
Yeah, just when we thought we were starting to see some gray, opening up some dry line around the racetrack, skies opened up again. It is raining right now, picking up a little bit too in its intensity. So fingers crossed we are able to complete this one under green. As you can see, some of the rain falling in front of the camera lens on our drone. Waiting for the green flag as they roll up onto the front straightaway. Here we go. Got to be careful getting all the way to the inside there, because that's where the track is the wettest. Some legitimate puddles down there. Spray getting pretty intense, Ben, as they head down to turn number 1.
Yeah, and it looks like Simon fell back a little bit. Pierce Crone in that 5.8 moving up, but Hunter Barron coming into turn 1 in first.
Pierce Crone in the 58 will move into third. Catching glimpses of the 92 of Eric Kopuk.
Yeah, Burke Nash is in second. I'm not sure what happened to Simon Hughes.
See Michael Leto in the 71. There's Joanna Nash in the 55, the blue and the yellow. Whoa, one around at the back end of the screen. Again, that's where the patience comes into play, Ben. You want to get on the throttle. You know you got this long Holman straightaway here to take advantage of, but a little too soon, and around goes one. I believe it was this car down here on the bottom. Is that Nash?
Yeah. No, that's the 111. That's, yeah, Burke Nash. Yeah, you're right. So, Pierce Crone in second place.
A little bit of a slide through there, too.
Yeah.
Like.
And it looks like Simon Hughes. Oh, catch it. That's Simon Hughes there. making a good catch, but that's going to cost him some of this momentum, and that's the most valuable thing in Formula V, is just keeping your momentum.
That's what it's all about.
I would say there's definitely standing water on the track.
Oh, yeah. And a fair amount of it in certain locations.
So that should be Elliott O'Barron right behind Hughes. Just in his wash like that. Visibility near zero when you get in behind somebody like that.
Yeah, especially running down this front straightaway with so much moisture and water on the ground and in the air. The spray getting kicked up. As you can see here, cars right behind getting just lost. Hughes making the move here. That's actually Barron.
Yeah, that's Elliott
getting around Hughes.
Yeah.
That's a change for third.
And Elliott Barron in the number 1-4 up to 6th place.
Obermeyer in the red and white 63 runs in 8th.
So there's Burt Nash in the 111. He
Leto
had
in
the
the
spin.
71. He's in 11th. There's Jones in 14th in the 71. 459 is Lobel, silver and black car, running in 16th right behind Bice in the 70, the yellow and white car.
There's our leader, Hunter Barron. Now he's going to be running a lot more SCCA next year in this car, so he wanted to bring this out and see if he could start getting this car going, as is Simon Hughes, the more modern of the Formula V's.
This is one of those sections where you can't afford to make a mistake and get out of sorts, because if you do, it just completely kills your rhythm through there and your momentum.
It's Perner, Obermeyer, and Kopic. Perner in that green and yellow Caldwell. Currently 7th, 8th, and 9th. There's the leader, Hunter Barron. Followed by Crone. And I think even Crone is like, what happened here? How am I second? That's the
17 is around, that's Jones.
Edward Jones in the form car. And then Elliott O'Barron going to give Pierce Crone a run for his money as they come into one. Elliott O later on the brakes. Elliott, very good wet weather driver.
Jones got going again.
That form car, that's a very vintage Formula V of Edward Jones.
Leto once again in the 71, green and white.
I like that color green. It's almost the Aston Martin green.
Yeah. A little darker than a British racing green, right? Down the very long front straightaway here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Bice in the 70 here, trying to catch Todd in the 97, the red car.
As they come around, and you can just see that they're purposely missing their apexes. They're just trying to find the grip, stay off the paint. And we've seen that now twice today with Kim Madrid and that Dallara. You get a wheel into that paint and tap the brakes or tap the gas, you're going to be turning around quickly.
And you can see the rain is really picking up now. It's definitely not going to help things out here at all.
Oh. Well, Cynthia Nash is saying that she's rooting for the son and daughter-in-law, the 111 and the 55. So Hunter Barron up front, but here's the fight. This is Elliott O'Barron and Crone for overall second and third, and Elliott O'Barron making up a ton of time on Crone. Here's Crone in that Lynx. You can see it's coming down, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very wet track.
Yeah, it's raining pretty good right now.
So this is where Elliott wants to kind of try to get behind as they come through this little chicane. And if he can get into the draft, he should be able to make a pass into 7, but he's still a little bit far back.
Out onto the Holman straightaway. And that vision getting even worse. The spray and the rain falling, making it almost impossible to see around the car in front of you.
Here we go. Come on, Elliott. Don't make a liar out of me. Elliott, one of the instructors with SVRA, Corinthian Vintage Auto Racers.
Crone in that black 58 with the bright orange helmet.
So it seems like from now until turn 1, Elliott is faster, but then Crone has him from like turn 3 down through 9. Ooh, but he just missed it a little bit. Pierce Crone got a little wobbly. Oh, I'm hearing that the 659 is in pit lane. That's Robert Phillips. He's got his 2 daughters out there. So Matt is saying, yeah, I'm taking a break from Formula One for this. Well, you've joined us at the right time. Formula V is so much more fun to watch than Formula One. Oh, here it is. Elliott made the pass on Crone.
Sure did. Got to the far inside.
And he's catching up to Hunter, his brother, who's in the more modern V.
And he's
missed
off.
it. Yeah.
He overshot the corner.
I think he's having a mechanical because he's not trying to get through the escape route. So this is our leaders, ladies and gentlemen.
Fight for the lead here.
Elliott O'Barron has taken it over Crone. This is for first and second overall, even though these are in more vintage Vs.
And look at Crone.
Yeah.
Crone is closing fast here. Looking inside as they come out onto the Holman straightaway.
The draft is so important with these cars.
He is right in the draft, which means he's right in the spray. He comes to the inside. Here they are continuing to battle. No change yet.
Here we go. Elliott O'Barron, Pierce Crone. This is quite a battle. Then they're coming up on some lap traffic as well.
And that could definitely come into play. It impacted the last pass for the lead. Not a problem there. Now up onto the big racetrack. What would be turn 2?
Crone is taking the faster line.
Oh, looking inside here. He's not going to be able to make anything happen. Crone has to settle back in.
This is tough. They don't know if that driver
Crone
sees him.
Inside. That could be a new leader because he picked him with the slower lapper. Yep, he got it done.
Now look for Elliott O to take him back at 1. Wow, look at this. Ralph Shaheen side by side across the line.
Yes, sir. We got a great fight on our hands here. Group 1B.
Oh, I thought
change
they were
for the
going to
lead.
hit.
Barron back to the front. Crone dips back outside.
Who's the late breaker? That's Amelia Phillips right ahead of him.
Yeah, he's a couple of car lengths back behind him now. Looks like Barron has stepped the pace up.
Amelia, great vision in her mirror. She saw that. Pierce almost went deep there, didn't he, Ralph?
Yeah, he really carried a lot of momentum in there, and he closes right back up here, courtesy of the slower car in front of our race leader, Barron, as they re-enter the Holman straightaway.
Come on, Elliott O'Barron.
They're looking to split the slower car. Barron hangs on to the lead. Crone gets around the lapper.
But he's got another lap car ahead of him.
But look at how Crone dives deep into the corner here, man. Oh, boy, he slipped a little bit. Carried a ton of speed down into the corner, but just couldn't get the traction he needed.
Some really good heads-up driving from the lap traffic. I appreciate it. I know it's so hard to look in your mirrors, and they're probably really foggy, but some really good heads-up driving.
Yeah, it sure has been.
Look at Crone's hands in there. He is pushing that thing. He looks a little more 10-tenths than Elliott O. What are you seeing here, Ralph?
Well, I'm wondering I don't know how much more we have left. Do you?
I haven't heard anything. I think they're letting them go. I'm not seeing anything from the flag stand just yet, but I think Pierce is in the faster car, or he's willing to take more risks, is what I'm seeing right now.
Here's the 55. It's Nash with 63 there as well. Obermeyer running in 7th.
Oh, we've got white flag next time by on the leaders.
All right. This is going to come down to who makes which move where on the final lap.
So there's Hunter Barron. He has rejoined, but he is way back. Because right now the leaders, his brother is probably through 5 and 6 right now.
Now Hunter's showing in 6th, actually 5th place right now. Let's keep your eyes on the white car here, we're told.
Okay, just
letting
a little
them know
way.
where to go.
See, that's some good sportsmanship there. We like when they wave with all 5 fingers. But where are the leaders? Because Barron and Crone are going at it. They're probably coming into about 12 now. Because they're going to get the white flag. Crone, let's see. I think Crone is the faster car right now.
He's able to close in rapidly when he wants to and needs to, especially when you have traffic in front of them like here, and he's going to stay a little bit more to the inside. Barron cuts down across the nose, holds on to the lead for now.
Lots of standing water out there. Yeah, Crone just seems to have it a little bit better, but he's just got to be able to find a place to get around. He's taken the line to build up speed to try to give him something into 1.
Crone in the black 98. There's the white flag. 1 to go as they cross the yard of bricks.
Ducks out of the draft. Elliott may want to give it to him into 1 and try to pass him at 7. I think the second place going from 6 to 7 has the advantage.
Boy, got a little tight there. And he got up over that curbing, too. That could have been a disaster.
Yeah.
You see the water spray?
Yeah, look at that standing water. That's got to be an inch deep there. They're hydroplaning through there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Lap traffic.
That could definitely impact things if Barron was closer at the time.
Yeah, but Hunter's got to try to get around. He's going to try to set him up. If you can make that pass into 7, I think you can hold the lead.
Yeah, Barron's got to get up on him now, getting out onto the Holman straightaway. Here they go.
Oh, Krone's got a big lead now.
Sure does.
Elliott's got some problems.
Well, that might be the end of that fight.
Man, Krone, what? That was unbelievable. Pierce Krone and that Lynx Formula V coming to take the checker. I promise you, when this race started, he didn't think he'd be at the top step with all these modern Formula Vs out there, but he's got an overall win coming with just a few more turns.
He has really done a great job. He's played the traffic right. He's been aggressive at the right times, patient at the right times. Pierce Krone has really done a nice job driving here in Group 1B for Formula V cars. Through the final couple of corners, and then it's up onto the front straightaway. One final time at speed. To the checkered flag for Pierce Krone as he crosses the yard of bricks to take the win here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway in Group 1B for Formula V cars. Barron in the 114, Elliott O. Barron takes second.
Happy Father's Day to the fathers and sons and daughters who are out there in this not great condition, but man, another fantastic race from the Formula V group.
They put on a very good show.
It's very difficult to drive a slow car fast.
Yeah.
And then in these conditions, you're asking a lot.
Yeah, it's hard to do that in the best of conditions, right?
Yeah. And a big shout out to all of our camera operators out there. They're in terrible conditions and giving us some great images.
And our corner workers for
yes,
braving the elements as well.
Look at that. Look at how happy they are. I love it.
Yeah, I'm going to make you go get my car since you're already drenched.
Yeah.
When it's time to go. Here's the pass for the lead.
A risky one.
Krone in the 58. Look how close they get right here. Barron has to lift a little bit, and then Krone gets up on the curbing, which could have absolutely destroyed his race right there.
That was
How
amazing.
he got up and over that curbing, Ben, I don't know. Guess he just stayed off the gas, huh?
I don't know.
Just let it roll through there.
But they're going to have some fun reviewing that footage.
Oh, yeah. Krone, Barron, then Hunter Barron, Hughes, Elliott J. Barron. That's your 5 at the front. Obermeyer, Kopic, Leto, Perner, and Laura Romney completing the top 10 here. Here's a look at the rest of the top 20. 21 cars showed up for this one, and they put on a really good show. Robert Phillips in the 659 bringing the field across the line at the end. Well, we got a little bit more to go here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We'll see if we get some more racing in. So stay with us. We're coming back for more.